Neanthe palm can grow in different indoor lighting conditions, but does best in bright to medium light. The leaves become dark green in low light. Avoid direct sunlight as the leaves can become bleached. Water normally once a week and wait until the soil surface becomes dry before watering again. It's a very tolerant plant even if you neglect to water it occasionally. Don't water it too much if the lighting or temperature is low, as plants don't require as much water in these conditions. Overwatering puts the plant at risk of fungus growing, as well as root rot, which is fatal for the palm. Being a tropical plant, Neanthe palm grows best in surroundings with high humidity. It thrives under conditions of ordinarily indoor levels, but leaf tips become brown if humidity becomes too low. This palm can also be grown in bathrooms if it's big enough and there's sufficient light. It prefers to be grown at room temperatures between 65 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit. It tolerates a low of 50, but it will die if kept in cold conditions for too long. Avoid exposing it to cold wind near windows and doors. Neanthe palm is relatively small and doesn't require regular feedings for it to thrive. Feed the plant with 2 tablespoons of a slow-releasing palm fertilizer when spring begins to give it a boost. Don't let the fertilizer contact the foliage when you're blending it into the soil. The palm likes a well-draining soil mix when grown indoors, as it doesn't like to be overwatered. This palm is not poisonous to humans or pets. It generally doesn't like its roots to be disturbed, as the roots are fragile and can get easily damaged. But younger plants have to be repotted once a year until they mature because they require space to expand. A mature plant should be repotted once every 3 years, or when the soil becomes too compressed or when the roots become soggy. For repotting, use a pot one size larger or reuse the old one after freshening the soil mix. Be sure to hold the root ball in place while tamping down the soil around it. Pruning is not advised, as these plants typically don't grow very tall. It is usually propagated by division, splitting 1 or 2 stems away from the existing plant. Start with a palm that is growing well and has several healthy stems. Prepare a suitably sized pot. Remove the mother plant with care and loosen the soil from the roots. Choose a healthy stem with its visible root structure. Place the new stem in the prepared pot, making sure that the roots are covered with soil. Keep both parent plant and the new plant in a warm, shady position to recuperate, then attend to them as normal. It doesn't need much attention other than making sure it isn't overwatered, as this can lead to unwanted problems in the root system. Dead leaves should be cut off from the plant to prevent pest or fungus growth. There are some problems that may happen due to incorrect watering, but a dry plant can attract insects. Spider mites, scales, and mealybugs can damage leaves by developing fungus. Use neem oil to control any infected areas by spraying the plant thoroughly. Reapply as necessary and cut off affected leaves. Root rot happens often in wet soil. Prevention is the best cure by monitoring your watering schedule. Make sure that the pot has well-draining soil and avoid wetting the leaves.